Hey guys, how we doing?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
We're very excited to start the Good Place officially now.
Yeah, we did the pilot
Yep.
kind of as a beta test to see if it would be okay to clear YouTube. It
Yep.
did, so we are sallying forth with the whole run of the show, which
Yeah.
I'm really happy about. Because man, what a unique premise
Really
for
fun
a
pilot.
for a 30-minute comedy. Yeah, we knew it was going to be strong performance wise just because of the cast that we have.
Sure.
Um, we knew Ted Danson, we knew Kristen Bell, but obviously Chidi. I don't know the actor's name.
Yeah.
We will soon.
Recognized him in Midsummer.
Yeah, right. Midsummer, I think, is the only other thing I'd seen him in that I can recall. And Tahani, who I also think is going to be important moving forward. 30 minutes in, it's hard to tell like
Sure.
who's going to be like the key ensemble components.
The pilot's the pilot.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But I'm kind of with Eleanor a little bit in that I don't feel like Tahani belongs there either.
It might be the kind of the point, right? Is like who's supposed to be here?
Right. Well, the way that the pilot went, it was clear that Eleanor was like not supposed to be there, right? All of the horror shows were kind of things that she had said
Yeah.
or mentioned or recognized that kind of dealt with her, as Chidi pointed out. But I think that Tahani seems like a terrible enough person
Sure.
that she doesn't belong there either. So I'm
Quite
assuming
vain.
I'm assuming that they're both there by mistake, and that's going to come out at some point.
Yeah.
And they're both going to have like a frenemy alliance,
Sure.
possibly moving forward. Because one, it's kind of clear that they're both kind of garbage people,
Yeah.
which is fun and a fun concept.
Well,
but yeah,
obviously the show's a comedy.
yeah,
Right.
definitely,
But
right.
but for it to be on for as long as it was, and I think it was a while, you have to have some good writing.
Mhm.
And I think maybe the show might dig into what constitutes a good person.
Absolutely.
And so I'm always looking for good themes. On
Sure, and we had the end there, which they kind of set up the idea that she's going to stay and become worthy of staying by becoming a better person
Sure.
through Chidi teaching her
Sure.
intellectually and academically what a good person is. I don't think that's how it works. As far as like, how do I be a good person?
Yeah.
Well, let's study these philosophers or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more on the lines of she's just going to be hiding, in plain sight, sneaking around, trying to keep herself out of trouble associated with these people. And like anyone else, she's going to grow doing that.
But there is ramifications, though. We see that there's like giant frogs and all kinds of stuff happening.
Everything that came out of her head. Yeah.
So we're in a really interesting place,
Right.
after the pilot, and yeah, we don't know anything, so we're kind of excited to hop into it.
Yeah, absolutely. We do want to go ahead and welcome Demi Sam, Ethan Opus, and Dane Harrison to our Patreon group. Thanks so much, guys. We're very glad you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you don't like the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
Yeah, if you'd like to see full-length reaction, bless you, to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page, where you'll find all kinds of content over there.
Tons.
If you're seeing this on YouTube, we are about 4 episodes ahead over on Patreon. So you're done watching this, if you want to jump over there, you can do that. You'll have to sync and watch along on your own device, streaming service, because you're only going to see and hear us for copyright purposes.
These faces.
We are also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive. Great show.
My soul is in your hands, soulmate.
By the way, those pajamas are ridiculous.
They are. It's been
Like Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do here.
Well, how about we just chill and go to the town meeting and talk it out after?
What was her
Magic
name?
slave
Janet, yeah.
robot?
Excuse me, Janet?
Hi there. Can anyone access our search history, or is this an incognito browsing situation like when you're stalking a hotmail man from your work computer?
No one can access what you ask me, including Michael. Now, what kind of like to see?
I need clothes, like yours and Chidi's with the stripes.
There you go.
Wow.
Well, that worked. I was wondering how she was going to get
Fake
away
it
with
till you
that.
make it.
Yeah.
There you go.
What do we know, Janet?
We know where it happened. Here.
Yes, thank
Outside. Yeah.
you. Hey, one little flaw can lead to... Well, it can lead to Gary over there.
Oh my gosh.
This is Picasso.
Okay, that's a good sign. It could mean that this is almost over.
That was my first time as a fashion don't, and I did not care for it.
Maybe it's fading away because she's also not supposed to be there.
That's true. That might be why she'd be the first one.
Yeah.
It's a good place. You can get anything you want at any time.
And you chose a chalkboard? What are you reading?
It's a book on how to act good.
Oh, great. So you decided to help me.
I don't know. There's 1,000 questions. Are you taking someone else's spot? Someone who deserves to be here?
He knows I'm me. He's just wrong about my overall quality level.
I hope that's right.
Yeah, I hope it's not a poor person. Yeah,
Right.
hell.
What country am I from?
Is it
Oh,
racist
no.
if I say Africa?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Africa is not a country. Your favorite book is Kendall Jenner's Instagram feed.
How did you know all that?
You are the most self-obsessed person I've ever met.
You should see Kendall Jenner's Instagram feed.
Hey, this is my fear. What country am I from again?
Sensodyne.
That is a brand of toothpaste.
Today, we're going to start with something that everyone has always wanted to do. Flying.
We thought perhaps some of us could volunteer to help clean up the debris. You know, it's quite a fun way to band together as a community. My soulmate Jianyu here is a Buddhist monk. He took a vow of silence that he's still observing. We need about 12 volunteers.
I'll be soaring through the air like a forking bird.
Eleanor and I would love to help.
Ah, hurrah!
There's something fun that you want to do, and then there's something less fun that people are doing for the common good. Which do you choose?
Having fun, or does it maybe suck, probably?
Well, I wouldn't call it fun.
You know, this really reminds me of my time in Vietnam, picking up mortar shells with my godmother. This neighborhood that you've built is truly a masterpiece, the likes of which I've never seen.
See, I must have made a mistake somewhere, and it led to all this chaos, and now I'm just terrified that it's going to happen again. The truth is, I'm just miserable. I have to go. Thank you so much for your service.
Shall we say it at the same time? All right. 1, 2, 3. We must help Michael. Oh, you sly devil.
When I thought of the afterlife, I totally pictured being an unpaid, non-flying janitor.
Us too!
And I keep thinking, when are they gonna stop being fun? And the answer is never. You're never gonna stop. You're gonna help me figure out how to stay, right?
Oh, that is a really tough question. Aristotle thought that moral virtue is something that you could get better at.
Aristotle, that's my boy right there. He was the best. I mean, most people agree he was the best one.
Well, I've narrowed it down to 2 possibilities. Yes and no.
Wow. Awfully decisive, isn't he?
I know, right? Yeah.
Okay, Eleanor, reminder, we switched to a rotating system for choosing a designated driver, and it's your turn.
Full disclosure, I forgot we were doing this new system. I got off work early. I've been here for about an hour, and I'm already pretty drunk.
How are they her friends?
I would not hang out with her at
No.
all.
I got no flavor. That's all I deserve, really.
No.
Look, I appreciate you trying to cheer me up.
Sometimes a flaw can make something even more beautiful. Like with Cindy Crawford and how short she is.
Oh, Tahani, if
I
I
thought you
made
could say her
one
mole.
tiny mistake. Whose dog is that? Guys, whose dog is that? Nice try, puppy.
Oh my god!
Wait, what?
That was a close one.
Teacup,
Oh my god!
have you seen my dog?
Somebody's. Oh, of course.
The rug, yeah.
Hop on the launch pad and conjure an image that brings you pure joy.
People puking on roller coasters. People puking
Whoa.
on roller coasters.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Janet, any chance this is a scheduled trash storm?
It's raining garbage.
Run!
What did you do?
Nothing. It just started raining trash out of nowhere for no reason at all. My bag broke, and I ditched the trash instead of taking it all the way to the dumpster.
You are a selfish person, and it is pointless to help you. You are on your own.
The two.
Oh no!
They can't die.
Yeah, you can't.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
We're okay.
Oh, Michael, you are a
Do
paragon
you think
of
this guy's gonna
fortitude.
talk
You're
ever?
a mountain of strength.
At some point. I don't know if it'll be this season,
Yeah.
but at some point.
The architect of this neighborhood has just referred to himself as a canyon full of poo-poo. Surely now you will say something.
Oh, no, of course. I can overcome any obstacle. Oh, thank you, Jianyu. Thank you.
I love seeing Ted dancing like this.
Dude, he's so good on TV,
Yeah.
man.
Maybe I should try to be silent too.
That's what, 4 seconds.
That was wonderful.
Yeah. Not even.
I mean, he is her soulmate.
Yeah.
She talks all the time. He doesn't talk.
Opposites
It
attract.
might work, yeah.
I think it's awesome. I mean, someone's got to do it, right? I think
Yeah.
It's a cool thing to do for people.
Thank you, handsome bartender man.
Hey guys, good news and bad news. I did call a cab for you guys, but they recognized my number and they didn't want to come. I went to all the places where I dumped trash earlier and cleaned it up so it couldn't be traced back to me.
You're doing this because you feel bad.
Okay, yeah, fine. I felt bad for stupid Gunnar and stupider Antonio and the whole neighborhood. I felt bad about what I did.
Feeling remorse about being wrong isn't as good as just doing something right, but it's a start.
It is
It's
actually.
a huge start.
I will help you try.
Oh, wow, man, I swear I won't let you down.
I've collected the worst smelling garbage that I could find. Do you still want me to dump it inside of Antonio's house?
What?
Baby steps.
You are loco, girlfriend. Okay, I won't let you down starting now. You figured out how to make a to-go cup that doesn't leak right where the seam meets the lid.
Oh, I'm so glad
Yeah.
you noticed. Helen, I know what you did. Cleaning up the entire neighborhood by yourself.
And, since I'm special, your words, I
It's-
didn't get
oh my
to
God.
fly.
I'm sorry. No, I've had to ban flying for 1,000 years.
So, I have moved out of my apartment officially and into your guest room.
I'm a very loud snorer, and I like to drip dry in the nude, so eyes to yourself, perv.
Okay, fine.
Oh my
now,
God.
You got a long way to go.
Remind me what I'm getting out of this again?
You get to avoid eternal damnation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. Senegal.
That's not a present, that's just common decency.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
forkin' nailed it.
That's got to be Tahani, right? Who also doesn't belong here.
It's gotta be. Or misdirect.
Yeah.
Is Nick Swartzen saying that?
No, definitely that's just Nick.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get names mixed up. Famously, in the last episode, I kept calling her Kristen Stewart.
Right.
But no, Kristen Bell. It's funny because she's such a sweet, like, lady. You know,
Right.
like she plays evil so well. Like Sarah Marshall. Now this, it's like
But she does it so sweetly because I think
Yeah.
she is a genuinely nice person, and so
Yeah.
she definitely relishes playing these
it's
roles.
so fun as an
Right,
actor.
absolutely.
Against type.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a lot of fun, and Tahani is the worst. So I feel like we are heading to a conflict and possible like begrudging friendship between those two.
I would imagine so. I would imagine it's not only a learning curve for Eleanor, but also for Tawny. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
With so many seasons, I think we're going to get our money's worth. basically.
Yeah, for sure. And I also feel like whenever Janu, is that his name, the monk?
Yes.
Whenever he talks, I think it's going to be a big moment. Like they're going to save that for something big, right?
Yeah,
Don't you
probably.
think?
I would
For
assume
sure.
so.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get this episode. They're making a big deal out of it. So
Right.
it's coming.
Yeah,
It's gotta be coming.
it may not be for a while. It may not be till like the season finale or whatever. But I feel like when he does, it's going to be a big deal.
Imagine going that long on a show without saying anything. You know what I mean?
Well, it's good work if you can get it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Easy job.
Mhm. And just Ted Danson is so natural and so good on television.
he kind of steals the show. He's a pro.
great.
He's a veteran. You know what I mean? He's been doing this
he
forever.
is. He's an icon. I
Yeah.
mean, going back to Cheers, the guy is a television icon.
And I forgot because I watch Cheers periodically. I haven't seen it like from beginning to end, but I've seen a handful of episodes. I remember the episode of him pulled off his wig,
Yeah,
and it's like I keep looking at his hair now, and I'm like,
yeah,
it's a good
man,
wig.
he's got really great hair now.
Do that again. Here,
40
or
years later,
something.
he did something. There's
Actors know something that we don't know.
right. They've had work. He's had work done, and it works. Whether it's a good hair piece or what. Not that any of it matters.
Yeah,
He
it
looks
doesn't
great.
matter.
Yeah.
But still, we're just saying it's having known that. You know,
Right.
That took me out of it for a second. But no, he's great. I like because he's always kind of like the confident guy in things. You know,
For sure. Right.
So to see him play this, I'm sure it's exciting for him as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of another role he's done where he's kind of played the nervous, panicked mode. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. I mean,
lack of confidence, sort of.
yeah, that doesn't seem like him at all.
It
Does
doesn't. No.
Right. Because he's always just been like a really handsome. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the bit on Cheers. Kind of an idiot.
He was the actor on 3 Men and a Baby. You know,
Right. Yeah.
like,
Exactly. Yeah. He's but a confident guy for sure. For obvious reasons. But and I haven't seen. I mean, he's done a lot of film work that I haven't seen.
Sure.
But,
Yeah, a lot of stuff in the 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see moving forward. All I know is he is great on this.
Everybody's really good so far. I like the tone. I like the. Got a really fun, light tone. While it's, I don't want to say it's crass because it's not, but you're able to get away with some jokes that are a little edgy.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, and since you're not swearing at all, you can kind of get away with a lot.
Yeah.
Really, which I think is a lot of fun.
Yeah. The fork shirt. It's great.
And honestly, for a 30-minute television comedy, I think this is network, right?
NBC, I think. I believe it's NBC.
You don't. It's not typical in that format to get a serialized show.
Right. Outside the West Wing?
Well, that's an hour-long drama.
Exactly. So yeah,
for the 30-minute comedy, they're usually episodic, right?
Closest to it's like The Office, but even that's like
you can kind of watch that out of order.
Exactly.
And not, the stories are all very contained, and this isn't. This is like a running narrative, like any other serialized show, and that it's not that typical of the format. I think Ted Lasso is a show that does it.
Yeah.
Obviously you have things like New Girl or Friends, where it's like you have a different guest actor on for a little bit, but for the most part, you're always able generally to jump in, watch a 30-minute sitcom, have a laugh, and move on. And this feels like a story you need to kind of pay attention to, which I really love for this format.
Consider guest stars, because how they get away with guest stars in this show, if they even have any, you know what I mean?
That's true.
New people to show up, you know.
I mean, maybe.
Or like in the flashbacks to her life.
Yeah, you have flashbacks. Like that, you know? I think new characters can show up. They can be like, "Hey, I'm in this heaven now." I also wouldn't be surprised if at some point, because Michael has blown it on
his bosses show up or something.
We can have other bureaucrats from heaven kind of show up.
That'd be a lot of fun.
And you can have any number of guest actors pull that off on a show, especially a show that did this well.
We're so lucky that we're at the beginning, because there's so much room for possibilities now.
And I love going in blind. I love going in completely blind on a show.
It's just such an imaginative idea.
Well, the premise is very unique.
It's so strong.
It's a unique premise.
Hats off to whoever created the show.
Yeah, this isn't a Kevin James sitcom. This is
Kevin
unique.
James. Kevin James shows up though. Best show of all time.
Right. Did you ever see Becky?
I did not watch Becky.
I did, and it was like
not good.
No, I liked it a lot,
really?
Actually. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good movie. It was a pretty entertaining movie, but Kevin James as a
as
a like the criminal mastermind hillbilly on the show, straight murking people, is definitely a character for him, which is good, because I'm sorry to say I'm not a big fan of his shtick in general.
I don't buy the Paul Blart thing. I'm sorry.
Right. That has had nothing to do with anything, but I just wanted to say it to you nice people out there.
Sorry, Kevin James.
Right. We'll catch you in the next one.
I see you.